And when the defense is introduced down there at Acrisure,
Hell yeah.
the person that's introduced last is this big white Wisconsin fuck.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, consummate All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year in the past, TJ Watt.
What?
Hey, Zito!
There he is.
Yes. Woo! What's up, buddy? Thanks, man.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate you.
Holy hell.
TJ, how's it going?
You going, TJ?
Everybody's a
That's
giant.
right,
How are
TJ.
you?
Whole
Jesus.
family.
TJ.
That's
Everybody in the
massive.
family's a giant.
Big
the
old
hell?
hands. Big old hands.
Fingers touch my elbow.
I saw your big barbarian-looking fucking brother yesterday. First time seeing him in person in a long time. 6'6". You know he's 6'6".
I do. He reminds me all the time because I'm like 6'4.5". So
Oh,
Yikes.
so is that a thing though? He does. You guys
look
talk-
up at me when you talk to me.
Yeah. He had Zaven on the bag for him yesterday. He's 6'4" too.
He tried to get me on the bag, and I said, JJ, I'll do a lot of things for you, but I do not want to get sunburn, blisters, and not get any payment out of it just to watch you and John Rahm have a great time.
I'll tell you this. Zaven should have thought the same way you did. We saw him at the Shot of Glory afterwards, and he's just standing there, and him and JJ both were like, that was a long day out there.
7 hour round. I think
They
he
were
said.
at 7 hours they're
Yeah.
walking
Well, I
around
remember
that
you
course.
did the Tahoe thing. I remember you talking on the podcast about how tired your legs were afterwards.
Dude, it's a nightmare. Nobody accounts for it because I just think, oh, look at these dumpy-ass golfers. If they can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
That is not the
Wrong.
case. That is not the case.
Pat can punt a football. I can punt a football.
Wrong. I think you could, though. Your celebration is a great punt every single time. Let's dive
appreciate
into
it.
the football a little bit. You're here for 6-Star Pro Nutrition. Is this your nutrition company or just a company you use?
A company I use, a company I've been using for a couple years. I'm trying to get the kicker quads going. I've had a couple knee surgeries in college, so I'm trying to bulk up. I've used the whey protein, the pre-workout, the creatine, obviously, to try to put some weight back on after the season.
You and JJ just been working out forever? Because I know you guys, it's always a big deal when you guys are working out together with who's coaching you. Because I think your guys' high school strength coach maybe got involved or something like that.
Yeah, we've been going to the same trainer since, this is like 13 years now, me, JJ, and Derek at NX level. His name is Brad Arnett in Waukesha, Wisconsin. I'm just a guy that knows my body the best in and out for as far as what it takes for me to get ready for a season. So I trust him.
Have you seen the stats of when you play and when you don't play?
They've been shoved in my face from so many people have been obviously showing me. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't seen it, but I don't know. I don't have anything to really say.
That's
regarding
bananas
it.
to think about, though, isn't it? Because you and your brother, obviously, and your brother was catapulted into superstardom because of what the player he became down in Houston, and that whole city rallied around him, much like what Pittsburgh does with you. But, like, the game is such a team sport. But you were a fucking game record, dude. When you came into the league, did you know it was going to be like this? Did you have to work your ass off to get to this point? And how much does having, like, fucking JJ's knowledge help and get you to this point that you're at right now? You're a dog, bro.
Yeah,
A fucking dog, dude.
I appreciate that, and I think you have to have the mentality that when you step on the field, you're the baddest dude out there, and you have to. And all of that is brought in through the work and all the things behind the scenes, and that's what's been so awesome about having two brothers that have grown up in the same household that I have and make it to the NFL and do elite things. And those guys have not been closed door to me at all. They've been wanting to have me succeed. JJ, who just retired, is like, any way possible these next few years that I can help you where I was injured and I couldn't perform how I wanted to, where I can help you, please let me know.
That's awesome.
And it's just one of those things that we talk about it in the weight room this week with interns. It's how do you gain respect in a weight room? How do you gain respect on a football field? We'll shut up and work to start.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of start to like you. We'll start busting your balls, and everything goes from there. So, yeah, man, I love football. I can only do it for a short amount of my life, and I'm going to give everything I can in this game.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. Go ahead, AJ.
What's your off-season normally look like? Do you have a place like a cabin like your brother, like the sweet old palatial place?
Castle.
Obviously, I see you guys cold plunging in lakes and everything. Has your off-season changed at all from when you got in the league till now?
A little bit. The older I get, the more
There's
and
Wim
more.
Hofing, bro. You guys are Wim Hof.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Psychopath.
Who cuts the hole? Who cut that hole? You got a chainsaw, right?
We had a chainsaw, but we like to act like we're up north woodsmen. None of us knows how to work a damn chainsaw.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
So we started using shovels, and the blisters came, and it was just a whole embarrassing thing. That's
So you
why
guys
you
dug this
only
hole?
see the good. Yeah, the ice was about
That's a
like
big
10
workout.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
workout
we-
We don't know how
alone.
to work chainsaws, but
Yeah.
we did fucking
We
old
had-
school. We Amish this thing.
my dad was a firefighter, right? And for his retirement gift, the firehouse gave him this like nice axe that says like 25 years of service, congratulations. We're like, we can't get this thing with the chainsaw. None of us know how to work it. Go grab the damn axe. wham, wham, head goes flying. We ruined my dad's retirement.
25 years.
We're like, damn,
Thanks
we'll
for
have to find a
nothing.
way. But yeah, we got it. We got it. Made sure to get the good shots. But yeah, I mean, we don't do this a lot. This is just one of those things. Where
What?
It's awesome.
one of Jada's
Hey.
one of Jada's former teammates, Brian Peters, was he had a sauna that he was like had up on the property. So we're like, let's just try it, contrast back and forth. a
Oh,
couple times.
yeah.
It sucked.
Amazing. And it had to be, yeah. Like, how deep is that lake right there where you
Yeah,
are?
look
I mean,
how
it
cool you
goes to
look,
like
though.
20 feet, but right there it was like 5 feet. I was just
Okay.
hoping a snapping turtle wouldn't come up.
Could you imagine ice cold and a snapping turtle get you right in the junk? Dude?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Right in the tip.
That'd be worse.
awful.
Oh, my God.
Man. He's climbing out as a turtle's hanging off him. That's a good brother would knock that thing off there.
Yeah, you're right. And I think the Watt
Get
brothers.
the axe back out.
Give me the head, just the head of the axe. Tone has a question for you, TJ.
Teach, first and foremost, thank you for your service. We appreciate
Howdy, baby,
it.
TJ. Pittsburgh.
Steelers Nation, appreciate
Hell
you. So when Keith was DC, and it felt like you guys have always played Lamar well, it felt like they just ran you directly at the mesh point, or it was your job to specifically just take Lamar. And now with the Super Bowl, we're kind of seeing the same thing with Jalen Hurts and how the Eagles are running that offense. Is that the best way to do it, is just have someone who is like you on the – no one's like you on the defense, but someone, Hassan Reddick say – or no, not Hassan Reddick, sorry. Whoever –
Jones.
yeah. Chandler Jones, whatever, not Chandler
Chris.
Jones. Chris Jones. Run
Yeah,
directly right at
I
the
get
mesh
it.
point or
I
something
get
like
it.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
John Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Well,
Eddie
he
Jones.
probably could
these,
too.
these
He's-
guys
Arthur.
these guys are preying on you to have that split second where you're trying to make a decision. So the number one thing that we've had success with is charging the mesh point.
Yeah.
And I know people on TV will get mad, oh, you didn't see the running back get the ball there, but we're responsible for someone. And when you have the quarterback involved in the running game, that's 11 on 11 football. Usually it's 10 on 11 football when it's running. So you have to be able to take away guys and make them make those decisions, and that's when you see the mesh point fumbles and things along those lines. So
Do you
I
think
love
2
doing
weeks
it.
is enough time to figure out that because that Eagles offense, I don't know how much you watch it, they got everybody in a fucking bind. Like literally, Fred Warner, I guess the best interior linebacker in the NFL in a lot of people's eyes. I'm not getting into debate with anybody. I don't want to do that. I've not taken enough time to do it. But like against the Eagles, he was just locked because the thought that Jalen was going to get over, and they protected so well. Do you think more? Obviously, you see with Lamar. Is this what the NFL is going to become? Do you
I
think
think
this
so.
is it?
Yeah, you're seeing more and more of it. And the really tough thing is you have the mesh point, and then you have those linebackers that are biting down,
Sucking
and
them
then
up.
you have the RPOs on
Yep.
top of it. So you have the RPOs, you have the shovel pass where if you're the end guy and you're reading the mesh point and you're looking at the quarterback and then a guard or it comes and kicks you out, a guard or a center. I mean,
Oh,
you
they'll
gotta
counter
just-
tray.
Exactly, and then just pitch it right in there. It's tough. I mean,
Well, here's you just fucking blowing up plays all year. When you go out there, you say you flip us. Yeah, there it is. There's,
Yep, that'll do.
You know, you just put a helmet to helmet on it, guys. CT, I hope you're happy.
yeah, I probably.
Boom. Not shoulder.
That's what it is.
How do you handle that? How do you handle all the new rules and everything? Because they're obviously going to continue to change to favor the offense. But you are an explosive guy. Obviously, you're bigger, stronger, faster than most of the people you're going to tackle. You have to set them down gently. Like, is that an active thought while you're playing football now? Or are you at the point where it's just comfortable not tackling people for real?
It's tough because you can't practice it. So how are we supposed to continue to get better at it when I'm not allowed to do it as much in a practice setting? I mean, in training camp, we do tackle more than any team. I mean, probably up there. We do live tackling once a practice.
Here we go.
We call them 7 shots, ball to 2-yard line.
During the season?
No, not in season.
Oh,
no,
jeez.
in training camp,
Yeah, okay.
sorry. But yeah, we were in pads a lot this year. But even when you're in pads, it's stud, and you can't really practice having your head up at all times and not tackling the quarterback too low, not tackling the quarterback too high.
Feel like a
whatever it is.
transition year in the building?
No, never transition.
Still had it. At the end, still had a shot to make the
Yeah,
playoffs and
That's
go
the
on a
thing,
run.
man. When you
Still
have
had
Mike
it.
Tomlin at the helm, you have the leaders that we have in the building. It's just a matter of working through all the little kinks of having younger guys in the building, having a new quarterback in the building.
How do you like him?
I like Kenny Pickett a lot.
He's a guy.
He's got a lot of moxie. He came in, won the home run derby in Latrobe right away. Kind of showed you that he's a winner. Definitely was a little salty about that, but
Oh, you lost. That means.
yeah, I wasn't victorious.
Yikes.
I didn't know you were. I didn't know if you just happened to miss that particular home run.
I'm a lefty, and right field's a little deep.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a whole thing. Coach T will be mad about me with excuses, but it is what it is.
Hey, that's reality. Okay, if you want to talk about excuses or reality, you tell me. AQ has a question for you, TJ.
I'm sure you guys are all excited about Coach Flores' opportunity in Minnesota, but can you talk a little bit about what he brought to Pittsburgh and the defense and just kind of his knowledge?
Locked in mentality. The guy is no BS. He loves football, the X's and O's. Communication was one of the bigger things that he brought to our team. A lot of success that comes with defense is just talking, and even if it's just nonsense talking, it's just chatter to make sure that everyone is on the same page. And B-Flow was a great addition to the room. It sucks to see him go, but I'm happy that he got an opportunity.
Quiet defense, dead defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't fuck around.
Hey, if we're all wrong, we're all right.
Hey,
Boom.
Bam.
and on
I'm
film,
sure we've all heard that one
we
before.
better see this too. A lot of this on film that we're breaking down
Motions.
before the play.
I don't know if you're calling close left if you don't put your damn arm out.
It's all real.
There's a coach right
So
there.
real.
And as we were breaking down film all year, pretty much like with everything DB and in the trenches and everything, you literally see that pre-snap conversation happening.
Get a cosign on it.
And literally
Yeah,
just doing it for the film purposes of, hey,
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page.
That's like in training camp, we'll look back at the camera and go, there you go. You know I see it.
We got you, pal. How vocal are you whenever it comes to that type of stuff, like with shifts and motions, or are you locked in on your job?
Well, I mean, I'm the end guy in the line of scrimmage, so I'm the Y-off guy, alert rap, all that stuff.
A lot
I
of
mean,
chatter.
A little bit of chatter. I mean, I like to have – I say I'm a donkey, man. You just tell me what to do, I'm going to do it. I'll tell you if the Y's off. I'll tell you if he's going to rap. But other than that, I'm just going to let my instincts take over and try to play the best football I can play.
I'm a donkey, man. You think you're top of this mountain? Just fucking tell me to go which direction.
Tell me to go. They tried to give me the green dot one year. I was like, this is way too much going on. No, thank you.
Got a great crew over there. Cam Hayward's head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge.
You guys ever just walk at it and look at it and be like, oh, that thing is...
2 bowling balls.
I had his headset over at one of the other ones, and it was like sitting on me like this. It was all stretched
Good
out.
leader, though, huh? Good man to have in the locker room, I assume.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. I mean, I think he's on his 6th consecutive Pro Bowl, a multiple-time All-Pro player.
Were you in a Pro Bowl?
I was selected for the Pro Bowl this year, yes. I didn't go, though.
Come on, it's
Dude.
Pro Bowl games.
I had to work the pec back out.
Oh, you're banged up.
In
Of
the
course. Yeah, Cam's the man. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, TJ, with the tackling, problem in the NFL right now, one of the things that was brought up this offseason is how the hip drop tackle might be taken out. What do you think about that? And then another conversation on the internet. What was your reaction when you got your script that you were going to break the all-time leading sack
Congrats
record
to that,
last
by the
year?
way. You
'Cause,
gotta do
man,
something right.
that was sweet.
It's tough because as an edge defender, you're often chasing plays down from the backside, and you have to lay out, and you can't possibly run through the tackle. So you have to kind of just grab on and fall down as
hip
best
drop.
you can. So I don't know.
Break an ankle, yeah, that's what you got to
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
On
nothing
purpose.
is malicious. I mean, that's at the end of the day, we all respect each other in this league, and we're never trying to hurt somebody. Injuries are the absolute worst thing for the game. Obviously, they happen, but never want to be a part of a guy that's causing someone else to be injured.
Do you guys hate all the bullshit, though, I assume, on defensive side? Is there, like, whenever the meeting comes in that this rule's been changed, this has been changed, this has been changed?
Yeah,
Or are you at the point where you just got to deal with it?
It's you have to deal with it for sure. It's tough when you
You're allowed to bitch for a little bit, though, right?
Yeah.
There has to be a
Fuck.
moment at least. What are we doing?
Coach
Is this football?
Tomlin.
Definitely. I mean, if you had us mic'd up for every game, you'd hear some good snippets. But, I mean, yeah, quarterbacks nowadays, it's not – they're getting the ball out after you have them wrapped up. It's like, how long are we going to have them wrapped up before we call – because obviously if we take them down, it could be a potential
Yeah,
penalty.
like there was a couple of sacks this year, big-time, prime-time football games, where defense player just hugged the quarterback and then just looked at the ref.
Yeah,
But
Should I
then you
do
have
it?
Mahomes who will just flip it out at the last minute, and it's like, was it forward progress or was it not? It's tough.
Oh, this guy hates Mahomes.
Not naming names. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mahomes is part of the problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Ty has a question for you, TJ.
Yeah, TJ, you mentioned the leaders that you have in there, and obviously, like with Cam on the defense, you don't really seem like a rah-rah guy. But have you noticed that you've kind of had to take a more active role in like leadership with Big Ben not being there anymore, and the offensive guys being really young, or is it kind of just like, hey, I'm a fucking monster, my play kind of speaks for itself, you guys can kind of feed off that?
Yeah, I'm more of an emotional leader where I let stuff build up, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'd rather just kind of go about my work and lead by example. And if guys have questions, I'm going to be an open book, but I'm not going to go out and seek and try to give you too much information because guys take information different ways. And but yeah, before games, at halftime, if something's built up, I'm not a guy that's going to sit on my hands and not say anything.
Ever been down, or do you need do you take pre-workout before games? Do you ever find
do.
not having juice? Is it easy to find juice?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that my brother and I talk about a lot. I mean, JJ and Derek anyone who's played in the NFL knows when you go into a game and you're feeling good, there's a certain feeling.
Yes.
And sometimes you go into games and you're like, let's go. Let's go. We got to find it. Let's go.
It's a 1 o'clock game. All right.
So you
This
take
matters.
an extra
This
scoop.
game matters. This
Yeah,
game
you for
matters.
sure take a scoop of pre-workout, and it usually snaps you right back. But yeah, there are moments where you should have it, but you just don't mentally have it, and you got to snap into it quickly.
It's crazy to think about because I think automatically fans are like, oh, it's game day. Yeah.
what
They
the
gotta
hell?
show up.
Sunday,
These
come on.
guys will lay everything on the line. It's like some guys wake up who are normally a 99 on Madden, and they feel like an 81.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this game counts. This game matters. People are going to watch it. You're one of those guys. You're just assumed to have a great year every year. Love that, hate that. You obviously have to love it.
I mean-
but it's something that you have to deal with that other people don't. Because if you have just a little bit of a, and your brother had to deal with this too, I guess. If you have just a little bit, whatever numbers-wise, production-wise, even though you're getting chipped and doubled every single play,
What?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
and schemed
What?
and bamboozled.
What?
But legit, that's like your life from very early on in your career. So does that drive you in the offseason? Do you think about that, or is that just something you can't control?
I mean, I love having high expectations. I have high expectations for myself. I never share goals. I have goals.
You don't get a sack in a game, though. It's like, what, TJ's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, I didn't even play today.
This guy's losing it.
TJ can't.
What
TJ
the hell? He
can't.
doesn't care.
Yeah, this
But
guy stinks.
That's the thing about this point in my career. It's I want to win. I want to do whatever it takes to win. I feel like we have a really good team here. We have a good nucleus. We have good young talent. And
Yeah, it's like your guys' generation now.
the time is now for us, and I feel like we can put it together.
It's your chapter of the Steelers now.
I mean, I hope so. Cam Hayward is still the big head in the house.
Legitimately.
Literally, yeah, literally.
AJ has a question for you.
Do you like the whole? Pat and I talk about the Steelers being like almost like a college atmosphere. How the old guys are always coming back. They seem to. More than any other team, I think, at least publicly, the old guys like support everything. And you guys are a family. Have you noticed that? Like, that's not the same everywhere in the NFL. It's pretty special.
Yeah, and obviously I don't know too much about other places, but just from what I've heard from my brothers. But yeah, their players are constantly coming back, whether it's at Latrobe or throughout the season. I mean, sadly, just before Franco passed, he was back for a little bit, and Coach Tomlin always
Hey, that
talks
came
about
out of nowhere, right? But
Yeah.
kind of expected, too, it seemed like. It seemed like the NFL was ready.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it happened, there was like everybody had their thank you Franco back, but that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was very tough on the city and on the building. Just so many people that he affected and impacted. But yeah, I mean, just talk about Coach Tomlin always says these guys want nothing from you. They just want to share knowledge, and they just want to teach you the Steeler way. And they're never looking for a handout. They just want to be around and show what it's like to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
And they love whenever you kicked your agent out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Get the
That's
fuck
right.
out of the way.
Hey, I just fucking broke my dad's 25-year anniversary axe on a fucking lake.
Working out.
Okay, I need to get in here to sign this deal worth however much money that I definitely earned. Tone has another question for you,
Teach,
TJ.
how nice is it now that Alex Highsmith, who's playing opposite of you, is kind of come into his own? He was leading the league at one point in sacks this year. How nice is it to have like another guy on the other side?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I had Bud Dupree earlier in my career,
Yeah.
who was a phenomenal counterpart, and then Alex has come into a pass rusher of his own as well. He's got one of the best spin moves in the NFL, and just a guy that works his ass off each and every week, and I'm happy that he's getting the success.
Are you adding moves as you get older, or are you just sharpening the moves you have?
You know, I watch all of, like the sack tapes and try to do the moves, and usually save them for training camp, but like they never look as good as you think they look. That's why sometimes film
Feel
stinks.
versus real?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, dude, I spun really good there. Slow motion.
I'm going to do this one.
Yeah, tell the video guy to bury it.
Feel versus real, that's the thing, huh? If it works, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, man. It's
What
tough.
are you? You're just like, you consider yourself an explosive edge rusher? Because there's obviously that clip where you're getting held clearly by two people.
Yep.
And then you are like the Incredible Hulk coming, yeah! In your face, like
Yep.
the zoom in of your face. It looks like Planet of the Apes when the person was pissed off. You're like a whole different human. Are you setting things up all game? Is it a chess match? Do you do that, or are you just every play trying to bring your best shit?
Yeah, I mean, people always say I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest,
6'4".
I'm not the most explosive.
big.
you
You're pretty
know,
big.
Pretty fucking big.
Pretty explosive.
Very explosive. I mean,
Hands are ridiculous.
But I just like I just want to find ways to win, and that's in the pass rush game as well. I know that it's a chess match each and every rep, and I know that he's thinking something as well. It's not just me going, how the heck am I going to beat this guy? He's watching my film as well. So it doesn't matter of how he's played other guys. It's all a game within a game, and that's why the iPads are so important throughout the game as well. But I'm going to get there. It's
Wait,
just a
didn't
matter
you
of-
say something like you'll listen to the other quarterback's cadence from TV?
Yeah, watch the TV copy with your eyes closed.
He'll go into a darkness retreat.
Yeah, the eyes closed.
Yeah, he goes into
Yeah.
a darkness retreat,
Yep.
I believe. No, the absence of light completely.
days.
So you're sensory deprived, so your little DMT pops in
Yep.
there,
Naturally activates.
which we just learned about over the
Yep.
last couple of days. You do this, we've been doing this. And then you play the TV copy of the... Is that it? That's Tony
I'll tell you
Romo's.
right now, the game was on last week, right? Because I've done this so many times with my wife, where if a quarterback will say something like purple, my wife will go, purple, what does it mean? I swear, because we listen, and she'll be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, I'm just listening to see if I can get, like, this is their reminder for it's on 2 this time, or this is, one of the last games of the year, tight end looked at the other guy. He goes, you going or I'm going? He goes, I'm going. I go, oh, it's a pass. Let me get out of a 6 technique and widen up and let's go. Like, it's just little things like that you can pick up on.
See, that's like elementary football, though.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean-
people spend all hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of trying to figure out football, how we win games. There's billions of dollars on the line, and then you're just listening to somebody. All right, well, fuck, screw everything we did all. This guy literally just said it. How often does that happen? You're listening all the time.
I mean, yeah, I'm listening all the time, but it was like my first couple years I didn't listen to anything. That was one of the things I picked up from JD was just sometimes you just have to listen to what they're saying.
The big
And,
fat boys are saying.
yeah, whether it's like a tray block or something, just like if you can hear a little bit, or some guys be like, is it on 1 or 2? It's like, oh, okay, let's go. So any little bit where I can get better.
Worst place to play for you?
Baltimore.
They're awesome fans. Their
Tough
fans are
crowd.
awesome, aren't they?
They have good
They
fans.
never get talked about.
No.
I feel
Ever.
like
Consistent.
Every time we talk about Baltimore's fans, it's always saying Baltimore's fans don't get talked about. There's some white trash loud fucks over there in Baltimore. I mean, they are ruthless too.
Say it, go ahead, say it.
I'm not making those assumptions, but it is a tough place
No,
to
that's
play.
that's what Acrisure is. What Acrisure is saying, you got some white trash Yinzers coming in here that know football and they're going to be fucking loud.
Hell
That's just
yeah.
who
Like
we
that's
are.
what it's going to be.
That's right.
How you doing? Baltimore, same exact thing. New England, even.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Fuck, like there's places that are just like more ruthless cities. I think. Like
They
just
love football.
in general. And I think Baltimore's one of them. Never gets talked about. And obviously, you saying that as a Steeler, some Pittsburgh fans go, "Oh, TJ say like fucking Baltimore." What?
You can't say anything these days, man.
How do you feel about Yinzers?
I love them. I was just telling a story about it the other day. I was like, how did you know it was different in Pittsburgh? And I said, well, I was walking through Giant Eagle, which is the grocery store, and a
Giant
40-year-old
Giant
lady
Eagle's great.
stopped me and
The dirty
told us
bird.
we were blitzing too much that week. I was like, okay, it's definitely a little different here. It's like, all right, you stick to cooking or whatever you're doing for your groceries. I'll stick to playing football.
Yeah, hey, listen, we'll figure out how many times we're going to blitz, and I appreciate you paying attention. That's Collinsworth got in trouble too, right?
He did.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Exactly, yeah.
Collinsworth.
These
Woman in
these
Pittsburgh.
women actually know football.
Crazy.
He was down the
Not
south,
good.
Southside Giant Eagle too.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's really. You had to come out with a full apology.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like that. you
I
know.
was just saying, like, I'm getting yelled at by these women in Pittsburgh. What a moment. It's real. It's Pittsburgh City, and they got a perfect guy leading that defense, man. You alongside Cam Hayward been fun. Minka, what a dog Minka
Joe.
is, man.
Wild.
He
Competitor, man.
Played very well at the Pro Bowl games.
very well.
He always plays very well.
Like a diving flagpole I saw.
All right.
Come on. Come on. Not one thing with you. Can't just have fun.
You said a highlight. I said a highlight.
Great effort.
He had a diving flag. It was a great one.
Yeah.
It was maybe the greatest flagpole
best
of the
play of
day.
the day.
It was incredible. We can't wait to see you there next year. Shout out to 6-Star Pro Nutrition
Yes.
for getting the most explosive outside linebacker in the NFL juiced up on
Hell
game
yeah.
days when he needs it.
What?
There we go.
What are we doing? We selling it? We got a deal? Buy one, get one 50% off,
Get 'em out.
mix and match.
Walmart,
right?
CVS, you
Oh
can get them
my
anywhere.
All right, shout out to 6-Star. Shout out to you, TJ. Hell of a career thus far. Can't wait to watch it continue to go. And let's not break any more Dad's axes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, guys.
TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.